today we have Varsha, who is an amazing client of mine with Affinity, and we're just gonna go through Varsha's journey. And she's been with me for about a year now. Is it a year, Varsha? Coming up to a year?
Yeah, yeah,
Coming
it's
up to
been
a
a
year,
year.
yeah.
It's been a year. Yeah.
It's been a year. So, Varsha, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell me a bit about yourself. Obviously, we know your name is Varsha, but your job, what you do, children, family life. Go for it.
So I am an accountant with two young children. Family life is very busy because the kids always have stuff to do, which I'm always running around after.
Yeah.
So it's a very busy lifestyle.
And how old are your children?
7 and 4.
Okay, nice. Okay. So busy, normal Indian household where kids want to eat everything, yeah? And tough for you some days, or was tough for you some days in like eating well, getting out maybe for walks or exercise. What is it that when you came onto the Affinity program, what did you want to change? And what was the reason for you for reaching out to us?
I wanted to firstly lose weight, which I was trying to do for a few years, but I
Yeah,
was struggling. There's a lot of things out there. The thing that I liked about Affinity is I didn't have to make a separate meal for myself, which I don't have time for.
yeah,
I can make one meal for everyone. So I don't have the children saying, why are you eating this? And we have to eat whatever else.
yeah,
We're all eating the same food. I wanted to become fitter and healthier for the children because if
yeah,
they see me doing certain things, they will then follow and want to do the same.
exactly,
And I
exactly.
wanted to be there for them.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, and still to this day, you're all eating the same meals? Has anything changed from that?
Yes, no, we all eat the same meals. So as my meals have changed, their meals have adapted to my meals as well.
Okay,
Um,
good. And they're
a-
enjoying them?
and I cook. Yeah, they enjoyed the food that we have. And it's a normal dinner that we generally have. We still have our eating outs and the socials and everything, which I manage my day and as I've been taught by Affinity. But yeah, everybody's enjoying it. And
Good.
now
Amazing.
the children are also have the same mindset.
Amazing. And before you started your journey with Affinity, what was life like before? Like a day? Give me a day in the life of Varsha.
I would wake up really early, try and prep. I'll get everyone's breakfast ready, get everyone's lunch ready, prep dinner, um, do the run around school drop-offs, go to work, come back, school pickups, run around after clubs. And by the end of the day, I just felt drained that
Yeah.
I didn't have enough energy to do anything. Come the weekend, I'll think, oh, I'll do X, Y, Z, but I'm just so tired from the week that I couldn't do anything.
And what were your eating habits like in terms of nutrition, food, meals? What in a day of like a day before you started with us, what would you had normally have for breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Breakfast, a lot of the times was a smoothie because I was literally on the go. So it'll be something that I can quickly make
Okay.
and have whilst I'm doing other stuff. Lunch is usually just a sandwich. In between, when I used to get hungry, I used to take a bit of fruit to me with me to work that I've
Okay.
had time to prepare. Otherwise, I'd just quickly just reach out for crisps, chocolates,
Yeah.
whatever's quick and easy to grab. Especially when I'm running around, it's like quickly grab something and run out of the door. Um, but like since joining Affinity, like all that stopped and it's more planning, which has helped me.
Yeah, good, good. And where are you now? So let's talk about some of your results and the time that you've been with us. You've been with us a year now, so working with us for a year. Where are you now in terms of how much fat loss have you seen? So how much have you dropped? And how do you feel in terms of like your energy, your mood, and your lifestyle, really? How has it all changed?
Um, so I have gone beyond what my goal was when I joined Affinity, which I'm really happy about because I never thought that I could do it. And when Nick said to me, "Oh, you can easily do that," I was like, it was a shock to my system that I can't do this, but he believed in me.
Yeah,
I'm 2 sizes down, and this I have never been. like the size that I'm wearing at the moment, which is like still I am still shocked when I'm going out buying new clothes that
Yeah.
am I really buying the right size? Should I be buying my previous sizes? But yeah, I'm like literally two sizes down. I've lost 13 kilos.
Wow.
I have so much energy, and uh, I've I have more energy to actually go out and do stuff. I feel like going for walks,
Yeah.
which I never used to feel like going for before. Before it was like, oh, it's cold outside, I'm not going. Whereas like
Yeah.
if I don't do it, I feel like why have I not done this?
Yeah. If you miss a
I was
day, you're like out of routine.
yeah, I was never a runner before. If the kids told me to run with them, I would always make up excuses.
Yeah.
But now I actually run and have a race with my son on the way home, and like it's something he likes doing, and that's the first thing he'll say to me, "Mommy, come we race down the street," and we'll both run down the street, and I have the whole people outside watching
Yeah.
us.
Amazing. And you're forever always clearing out your wardrobes as well, handing down your leggings and
Yes,
things
yes,
to family members. And some of your clothes even have your labels
yes.
on them still.
Yeah, so sometimes I've bought stuff extra of which I like wearing, which I know is comfortable and I can't find.
Yeah.
And I've still got the labels on them, and it's just like, well, now I need to get rid of this.
Yeah. Really, really good. Amazing. And what about your exercise routine? Like how are you, where are you now with that in terms of, because I know when you first started, we were really concentrating on nutrition and getting that on point and your steps. But recently, most recently, you started training a lot more, strength training as well. And how are you getting on with that?
I'm actually enjoying what I'm doing because I prefer doing classes.
Yeah.
And so I do yoga classes with Jamie, and I do Pilates classes, and I've started doing my own workout classes at home,
Yeah.
and I actually get up in the morning and do them first thing in the morning so they're done. There's some days where I don't feel like getting up, but then I look at my day and think I don't have time to do this any other time, so I have to get out of bed
Yeah.
and do it now.
Amazing.
Because
We've got
I
yeah,
prefer doing them at home because it's easier.
good. And we've got our 10K run coming up in September. So you're training for that as well now, right?
Yes, yes, I
Good.
am. Yes, I started training. No, it's been gone on a bit of a pause, but yeah, I am ready for it. I'm going to start training again
Good.
next
Amazing.
month
Amazing. And what is your routine like now? So a day in the life of Varsha now. So what do you do from
because
morning
I've
till
planned
evening?
all my meals.
Yeah.
Because I've planned all my meals for the whole week on Friday or Saturday, because I do my shop on Saturday. It's so much easier for me because I know how much time I'm going to need in the morning to prepare lunch and breakfast for everyone and what I
Yeah.
need to do for dinner. So I'm not coming home thinking, what shall I make? What shall I do? Let me just quickly grab something out of the freezer. I know what
Yeah.
I'm doing, and we have a meal full of vegetables, um, rather than picking something out of the freezer and quickly doing something from the freezer. So I feel I have more, although I'm waking up early, I have more energy. I don't feel as drained, and I have more time because my day is organized and planned.
Yeah. Great. Amazing. And what's been your biggest learning on Affinity?
My biggest learning is to be to think of what you're eating is your my biggest thing. Um,
So
because
would you say that My Fitness Pal was an eye opener for you? Because had you ever used like
yeah,
a planning app or tracking app before ever?
I used to use my fitness pal, but I never used to use it properly.
Yeah.
Because I started using it properly, it's an eye opener as to what I'm eating. Because you wouldn't think that like certain things have so many calories.
How much of it you're eating, right? How much
And
of it you're consuming?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to have a lot of cheese before, whereas now on my pizzas, it'll just be a sprinkle of cheese, and I like it like that.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just an eye opener as to like what you're eating and what you sh like where you can reduce.
The calories.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. Okay. And what there are some days, and we all go through days where we lack motivation, right?
Hmm.
So when you go through these days, and I know you go through them because I see you messaging me, Oh, I can't be bothered to do this, can't be bothered to do that. So when you lack motivation, what keeps you going? Except for me when I'm messaging you, what else keeps you going? Except the telling off. But yeah, when you do lack motivation, and we all lack it, especially in the winter months when the weather's, a bit shit out there and you don't want to get out, and maybe you just feel like comfort food and stuff like that. But what is it that keeps you going?
So having the group helps a lot because there's always people messaging on there,
Yeah,
and seeing people's stories just resets the mind again as to yes, I can get this done. I What I usually do is I set myself a target within. So I
okay.
have the target that you set me as well, but then I set myself a goal that by the end of this week I want to get to a certain position. And if I'm not there, then I have to have the extra push the week after,
Yeah,
which helped me through the whole journey and motivated me. When I went through like a few days like that, I just then used to think, why did I join Affinity?
yeah.
And it just helps me reset my mind again that yes, I can do this.
Yeah. It's about just questioning yourself, right? And just getting those priorities maybe written down of why you're here and what you're doing it for, who you're doing it for, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Okay. And finally, before we end, if there is someone out there watching this or listening to this and they're sitting on the fence and feeling a bit demotivated at the moment, where they should join or, just get out there and do something, what three tips would you give them if they're just about to start out or they're just trying to figure out if this is for them?
I would say that like I was in the same position before I joined. And yeah, I was like, do I join? Do I not join? And joining was the biggest investment for me in my life.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it alone. And it has helped a lot. At the end of the day, think about you've thought about that you want to do something and you need to do something. So then see like why you need like just think about it that you're ready to do something. So you might as well make this investment in yourself. It's better to make it sooner than later.
Yeah.
Um, just be positive. If you feel demotivated, then just just see your like who you're doing it for. If you're doing it, if you have a family, then just look at your family because if you look after your own health, you'll be able to support your family as well.
Yeah, 100%, 100% agree, totally agree. Great, amazing. Thank you, Varsha.